Hi, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Tomek, and I'm a teacher here on Insight Timer. For those of you who join in for the first time, welcome. Make yourself feel comfortable, introduce yourself, perhaps tell all of us what is your intention behind this session. And we will start shortly, and surely. Tracy wants to use the session to release anger and stress. This is a wonderful intention, and this is a good session to do that. Hello Nima, hello Anne, and be here now. This is something I'll be talking about today. Wonderful. Sharon, to be with you all, and I'll talk about it as well. Karolinka says peace, of course. Wonderful. And Scott, you have helped me so much, brother. It's my pleasure, Scott. That's my work. That's what I'm doing. That's the objective of my work, to help people around the world with whatever they are struggling, but also wherever their expansion is leading them. So this is expansion through overcoming struggle that we all face, and this is the important part. So as we all joining in and settling down, I want to thank you for your presence. I want to thank you for coming to those sessions and for co-creating this space so we all can experience something different or bring more awareness to the current experience, which transforms the experience itself. And today's session is very special to me. I'll be using a piece of music that I like very much that brings a rhythm to the breath. But this is just a facade to what we're trying to achieve here. There's a saying that you cannot breathe in the past nor in the future. You can only breathe in the present moment. And essentially this session is all about embracing the present moment. As Eckhart Tolle would put it, it's about the power of now. Something that I struggle personally with is the mind wandering, is the monkey mind, is the constant commentary that is in the background of everything. And this is something that very often overwhelms me, because the thoughts that I trained myself over years and years of internal dialoguing are not always neither happy or constructive, most importantly. They just that inner chatter that wears me down for no particular purpose. They don't lead me to any of those places I want to go. They are involuntary, and most importantly, they do not happen in the present. I am not conscious when this is happening. And the power of breath, as I said before, nor past, nor future, always present. The moment you're aware of your breath, you in the now. And the power of now is that if we are present moment, we have a choice. This choice may not be easy, but we do have a choice, as opposed to all those times when my mind wanders, when I have no choice, because my consciousness just flickered off. It went somewhere else. And at those times when I'm start being aware, where have I been? compulsive thoughts, 90% of those thoughts, repetitive, the same pattern. I wish those thoughts were creative or in some sense original, but when I catch myself having those thoughts, what I've realized, they all the same. They the same as Tracy wants to deal with anger. There's many, I'm being triggered by traffic or being triggered by some situation from the past or in anticipation of the future. And what happens is the thoughts are always the same. And I consider myself an intelligent person. And I think that hurts me even more because how intelligent person can think about the same thing all the time and don't learn? But again, I think that's one thing I discovered is this is not necessarily me. This is just the programming, just the ego, that we are here to first of all recognize and second of all use for our purpose. Because if we don't spend time doing that, we will be forced, not forced, but we'll be running on autopilot, running the same thoughts all the time. Which again, at least for me, is not the best possible scenario. However, the antidote for that, it is being in the present moment. And that's what this meditation is all about. It's about bringing you to the present moment through rhythmic breathing, which I explain in a second. And importantly, seeing how much joy and fulfillment flows from the simple fact that you are in the present moment. And I believe that the reason why that the only time when we really can enjoy ourselves is present moment, is because in the present moment, we are aware what is happening, we have the choice to make. And since we all are intelligent beings, we always choose the positive change and growth and something that benefits us in some shape or form, as opposite to when we're running on autopilot and we simply don't know where the mind's going to lead us. We have no choice. So on one hand side, we have a choice. On the other hand side, we have unawareness, lack of awareness, and being a slave to the programming that is not always necessarily designed to our advantage. I spoke many times about so-called negativity bias. That our mind, by nature, by the evolution, is designed to perceive danger and those situations that are stressful much more than those situations that are pleasant. So we always being drawn by pleasantries. But when mind wanders, the first thing, if there's anything in the environment that may cause us stress, that's where your mind will go. Your amygdala, this little part of your brain that is designed as a radar for all the danger and all the anxiety, it's always on alert, searching for those. And if we are not in present moment, we won't be able to override this natural instinct of ours. And purpose of long-term meditation, not just meditating, once for 5 minutes, but over years and years, is to override some of this ancient programming in order to live our life more fully and more freely, most importantly. I just had this realization during meditation this morning that we are indeed in charge of our choices and of our actions. There'll be things that are thrown at us, but in those moments, difficult moments, challenging moments, we still do have a choice how to respond. And very often we allow ourselves to come out of the place of unconsciousness or unconscious place. Those responses or those reactions, because we call them responses, we don't have a say in those moments, won't be responses that serve our better purpose. Usually there are choices made for us. Yeah, so that's my intention behind this meditation today, behind this session. To use the tool of rhythmic breathing and music. I am happy to use any tool at my disposal to help me to ground myself and center myself in the present moment and see what flows out of this present moment. How does it sound for you? I can see a discussion going on, and if you may hold your questions until the end of the practice, that'd be wonderful. I don't want to distract you and myself just yet with the questions. I'll leave them until the end of the session, so please bear with me. Let's practice being in a present moment, and let's see at the end of the session how those questions are being transformed, and if you will see any shift or a difference by the end of this session. So I will change the music now. And I explain the meditation itself. Okay. So the only question I'd like to ask you right now is the level of music, is the volume right for you? Is it not too loud, not too quiet? That's the only question. Too soft? Good. Let me just bring it. It is a soft music. Okay. Okay, I increased the volume. Okay, better. It is by nature, this music, it's a soft music. What about now? Too loud. Yeah, we're gonna... Okay, I'll wait another couple of seconds for your responses. It's too loud. Okay, I think we have a consensus to the level of music. So there'll be some of my guidance and music will be coming through. It is important for this part of meditation that you hear the music loud and clear. And maybe if it's too soft or too quiet, please bring the device or adjust your headphones or bring it up a bit. I'm going for, Nima says you can adjust volume. So it's important that the volume of music to my voice is at the level that is comfortable for you. So there are two aspects of this meditation. I want to bring it to you. I want to consider. First of all, is the breathing itself. So normally we breathe in a pattern that indicates our mood. When we're angry, we breathe quickly, or the breath is quick and shallow. When we sleep, usually the pattern of breathing is long and slow. And so my point here is being that you can tell your body, you can communicate to your entire body how to feel and what to feel through breathing in a certain way. So this music, if you listen to it for a second, has a certain rhythm. Breathe. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. So if you listen carefully, and this is important, you're going to listen carefully to the music, you will synchronize your in-breath and out-breath with this rhythm of the music. And at the beginning, particularly if you're very anxious right now, it might be a bit difficult because your breath is short. Your body is needing oxygen. But after taking a couple of deeper breaths, you'll be able to better slowly adjust to the rhythm of music. So that's the first aspect. This music should calm your nervous system, your central nervous system, engage rest and digest, release from fight and flight if that's how you feel right now. But altogether, through the rhythmic breathing, with the music, you should send the information to your body that everything is okay. That you are okay right now. Or at least the intention that you're willing to be okay. And if you think about it in this very moment when you sit in front of the screen, all of us together, you're in the right place. And you allow yourself to be here in this way, acknowledging that things for the next 20 minutes or so are right. This is a very important message that you send to yourself. And supported with this breathing, being in the present moment, you gives yourself a chance to see what will arise from the present moment. As long as you listen and breathe with the music, as we breathe all together, you are in the present moment. And this is your chance to discover how it is to be present moment. Something that very frequently is not the case. Certainly not for me, but my mind wanders so many times during the day. And I keep bringing myself back. So this is the practice. And now there's the second aspect of this meditation. Very important. That because we're listening to the same music, we'll be breathing together. Also many of us across the world. And we will create a collective breathing pattern that will consciously connect us through, regardless of the distance. And we know that collectively we can achieve absolutely anything. This effect will be enhanced by our presence and by our intention. And I want you to be aware of that when you practice, that you're not alone, that so many of us are gathered right now with the same intention. And every and each of us supports the cause, supporting your well-being and the well-being of everybody else on the other side of the world or wherever you are. So, without further ado, let us practice and let's see how it goes. We will go for maybe 15-20 minutes. Let's see how it feels. And then at the end, I will ask for your experience. And then I'll give you time to ask questions. Okay. I tried to bring the music a bit close to the mic. All right. Yeah. Okay. The music shouldn't be very loud or anything like that. The most important part of this music is the rhythm. So I'm sorry if you can't hear it. It's difficult. Please try to adjust your volume. And let's begin. So begin by making yourself comfortable. And before you close your eyes, bring the intention forth. And the intention is simply to be in the present moment with your breath. And discover for yourself the power of now, whatever it means to you. And as my guidance will decrease over the period of this meditation, you'll be able to hear the music more clearly and tune in into music more clearly. So with this intention, start listening to the music first. In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. Allow the music to take you. And as you assume your meditation posture and adjust it to your comfort, allow your eyes to close. And before you jump into the breathing itself, ask yourself how you feel right now. This is the first time or the first moment where you are present, asking yourself about how you are. This is the beginning of the journey, the starting point. And it is really important to acknowledge how you feel. Be honest with yourself. This is not about how you want to feel, how you felt a moment ago, but how you feel right now. If there's any tension in your body and discomfort, that's okay. If there is expansion, that's a great starting point too. Nothing lasts, everything passes. And wherever you start, you will be on a journey. Aware of how the present moment transforms your experience. Allow the music to entrain your breathing into the pattern. Start breathing. Synchronizing with the music. Directing your in-breath and out-breath towards your inner self. And during that time, your mind will wander, and that is okay. That is normal. You simply recognize that you are not present, and gently but firmly bring yourself back to the music. I am here for you to hold this space, to make sure that even if your mind wanders, it won't wander too far, and I'll bring you back. Connecting deeply with yourself. Acknowledging that the breath is always present. It is always at your disposal at any given moment. Never in the past, never in the future, but always here and now. If you are aware of your breathing, it means that you are indeed in the present moment. And you have an ultimate opportunity to make choices. Choices that serve you and your well-being and well-being of others. Approaching each breath with curiosity. Knowing that as long as you are in the present moment, the transformation occurs. It may take a moment, but it is happening bit by bit. Breath by breath. Anything that's holding you back, you may use your out breath to release it. Letting go, surrender to the present moment. That you may enjoy yourself during this time. The peaceful music guiding your breath. Nowhere else to be, nothing else to do. Focus on the task at hand and let it transform your experience. Trusting the method. And if your mind tries to tell you otherwise, oh well, that's the nature of your mind. Wandering, always analyzing, commenting, even if you didn't choose for your mind to do such things. And with each breath you make a choice to be present. As you settle in to the pattern of breathing and you start feeling comfortable with following the music, recognize the presence of so many of us across the world connected, breathing in unison like a choir, creating and adding harmony to the collective consciousness. Participating in something bigger. Joyfully joining in. A project of transformation that you are invited to. Participant, bring your unique gifts to the table. Bringing your valuable contribution. Your presence, freely offering your effort for the better good of yourself and everybody else who's connected through this breathing right now. to yourself for being here, for your commitment, for sticking with your intention. And express your gratitude towards everybody else who co-created this space in a very tangible way, breathing together in unison like a choir, transforming the present moment, connecting, contributing. The power of togetherness in its best. And now, start recognizing and reconnecting with your physical senses. How do you feel? Can you feel a difference? Take whatever the experience, take it with you. As you're reconnecting with your physical senses and bringing yourself back, recognize the room around you. Recognizing the boundaries of your physical body, being in this space, your feet on the floor, your hands in your lap, all the sensations that come to you through the surface of your skin. Being within yourself, present, alert. Now adding some physical movement, wiggle your toes. Move and stretch your fingers. Very slowly and gently tilt your head to the left. Tilt your head to the right. Back to the center. And with gratitude, take one deep cleansing breath, all of us together, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And when you're ready, open your eyes and welcome back. Wonderful. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to change the music. All right. How did you go? How was the rhythmic breathing? What was your experience of it? For me, this is one of the most wonderful practices. It always brings me. It's very effective, for lack of better words. It's something that it speaks to me. I remember listening to it on the way back from work on the public transport, and it's a tool that helps me very much to ground myself and to bring myself to present moment. So how did you feel? Karolina says, świetna medytacja, czuję się cudownie. For those of you who don't speak Polish, which is most of you, Karolina says that it was great meditation and she feels great. Thank you, Karolina. Christina says my voice is hypnotic. Thank you, I guess. Liz says she's calmer and more centered. Exactly. That's the intention behind it. Difficult at first, feeling and losing my breath, but then I got into the zone. That's the thing. It's very difficult to get there at first, but with a bit of effort. Again, it doesn't take that long compared to many different practices. This is very effective, at least for me. You have to always find your own way, but I'm sharing with you something that works for me, and obviously I hope that it will work for some of you as well. Lisa said, my answer to your question at first was lonely, but now I don't feel lonely at all. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Lisa. Thank you for being vulnerable. As I said before, the important aspect of this meditation is the sense of togetherness. Realizing that we are breathing, so many of us across the world. It says it's 153 people right here, right now. Imagine 150 people breathing in and out together from different parts of the world. How powerful is that? I hope you realize how amazing this is. Breathing together with 153 people. Joy says, I feel so connected. Yes, that's another very important intention behind this meditation, to stay connected. Barbara says, the music was very soothing, and nevertheless, at some stage I started shaking and crying. It was difficult to come back to the breathing. I suspect that something is being released. Again, there's the power of now. The power of now manifests in many different ways. And some things just sit around at the surface of our consciousness, but we're trying to hold it back. We try to suppress them. It's a very common psychological mechanism. And then if we allow ourselves, we surrender to the present moment, they come to the surface. But the hope is that once they're released, the energy of it is being released and transformed, at least in theory. But it is always a personal and private experience. And I truly believe it's always for the benefit of your well-being and benefit of you. Yeah, so Natalia says, so powerful and supportive, you are never alone, indeed. A says, I'm able to coordinate my breathing with music for some time, and after some time, not able to keep up with it, so just focus on my breath with music. Whatever works. That's an invitation always extend to you, invite you to follow the practice. Nathan says, do you have any tips for someone with a burnout and getting out of the anxiety spiral? Well, everything is relative, and obviously I don't know your circumstances. The word burnout is something that happened to me before, and I understand one thing, that burnout happens when we do things that do not serve our greater purpose. Because if we do something of a long period of time that is aligned with our gifts, our purpose, that's something that empowers us to live better. But we are forced in these times to, work for money, to pay our bills. And very often, many of us, we have to perform activities and jobs that we picked at some point for perhaps not the right reason. So there's a saying that I kind of connect with, not always like, that changing nothing changes nothing. And I believe change is important when you experience a burnout. If you continue doing the same actions, you will expect the same result and being more burned out. So if there's anything that you can change to support your well-being, that perhaps will be a way of starting getting yourself out of the burnout, out of the low vibration towards your well-being. Connecting with yourself, connecting with the present moment is the start, because you're recognizing what is going on. So you are well on the way. Hello, Charlotte. Thank you for breathing with me. I'm sorry, I lost this comment. And especially Caroline, Dave, Sharon, Katie, and Tomek. Charlotte, you're always so good to see you. Obviously, Dave, Katie, Caroline, So good to see you. My greatest supporters. We meditate every Wednesday on via Zoom. That's really wonderful. I'll invite you to do it for all my patrons. Nathan, thank you. The answer is more than I could wish for. Well, I wish you well, Nathan. I know the words is just the beginning. It's inspiration, and the work is still waits for you. But yeah, I send you all the strength and all the peace that you need to do the work. Christina 9081, I live in Sweden and it's time to go to sleep here now. The session was lovely and I feel so close with everyone else. Sleep well, Christina. Thank you for being here. Wonderful. All right, so I think it is time to bring this session to an end. However, before I finish, I want to express my gratitude towards you for breathing with me, for being present. I thank you so much for all your donations that support my cause. I always say, if you found this session beneficial, if there's something that you experience through this session that will help you, donations are a way of exchanging the energy. That's how it works. There's always exchange, and that's how I see it. Your way of supporting me, supporting my work, that I offer to you freely. So thank you for all of those. For those of you who wish to continue the conversation, join the circle, Atomic Circle on Insight Timer, New Future, where we exchange our gratitude. I love the gratitude that was started by Dave and Caroline and Charlotte and everybody who joined in. I really love this practice. It brings us to present moment in a grateful way. But the conversation is happening, so you have any other questions, I'm always there to answer them and to support you on your journey. So Atomic Circle, very easy to join on Insight Timer. I always publish those sessions, the recording of those sessions on my YouTube channel. So that's where you can go if you want to watch previous lives and other material that I publish to support your well-being. Okay. So for now, I wish you a pleasant night, a wonderful morning, wherever you are, whatever time there is where you are. Be well, stay safe, and until next time, thank you for this session. Bye-bye.